Hi, everyone. Welcome to Real Life Changes Sunday Inspiration. I'm Roseanne, and I'm here today to chat a little bit about um, shifting perspectives as usual. But in particular, I know that a lot of people are finding it challenging to remain in a neutral stance, a place of observing, um, and truly remembering that we are all one. And I mean, we are all one. This is a really, really challenging concept when we are faced with observing, witnessing different playouts of that reality, meaning some may seem really terrible, very dark, very evil. How can we truly tap into our heart knowing and our heart also not knowing while all that is going on in the world? And I have been out there, sharing on social media, do your best right now to not pick a side, because we want to, we want to support those that are in need of our support. And I get that. And that's natural and it's natural. But what I want you to think about is truly seeing it from a higher perspective. And this is the challenge. If you're ever finding that when you're talking with someone and you're doing your best to share a perspective or just an opinion, etc., and it's just constantly clashing, you need to also remember that we all fluctuate on the different levels, the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension consciousnesses. And, maybe not everybody gets to the fifth right now, but still, we're fluctuating up and down. And so when we talk about very specific events going on in the world, that's very third dimension, right? It's very 3D. And when we talk about, shifting perspectives, it's also shifting it to a higher dimensional viewpoint. And that's where sometimes the lack of comprehension comes in, because you may be talking from this 4D perspective and they're seeing it only in a 3D perspective, and that's okay. But it's comprehending that that's where the challenge is in seeing eye to eye on different situations. So there's an activity this is such a challenging concept that it's also challenging to explain it if you haven't experienced it. This is something that I do naturally now, because that's just where I am at now in this knowingness. So being able to explain it is more challenging than simply experiencing it. So I'm going to hope to explain one activity that you can do, or at least practice, and see how it helps with the challenges that we are seeing out there. So I always, I used to describe it simply as going up, floating up from where we are right now, higher and higher and higher, until you're seeing everything really small. Think of it as you're floating out into space, and you're looking down onto planet Earth, whatever form of planet Earth you choose to anchor into. So when you're looking from up there, are you able to truly see the individual little situations going on the planet? Or are you seeing it as a much bigger perspective, seeing it as just one whole being, oneness? And that's where we're wanting to get to, is being able to, whenever we're feeling that the weight of the third dimension, we need to float up and look down and see truly that we are all one on both sides, doing all the things, good, the bad. It's all source, and it's all God, and it is all good because it's experience and it's learning. And from a 3D perspective, that's very hard to also even hear. So I comprehend if this message for you is not resonating right now, and that's okay. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that little exercise that you may want to tap into frequently if you're finding it challenging right now to see the oneness in the world. See that everything that is happening, and I mean everything, is happening to you. And because that is you, and you are also doing that. We are all one. So we are here having this experience, and we are little by little raising the consciousness. And by these atrocities that are happening, we are also really, really learning to tap into our heart and spreading that energy. And that's where I recommend you go, is after you float up and you see that we are all one, whenever on the more physical third dimension plane, you feel that you need to do something, go into your heart center and send love to whatever it is that is not vibrating at the frequency you want to see it at, because love frequency is the answer. So, visualize the peace, visualize the growth, visualize the abundance and beauty of our planet and our experience and our existence, and send love to it all. I hope this helps in some way to someone out there who's watching it, and have a wonderful Sunday. I will see you next week. Bye now.